Hello. Okay. Uh, I've had a request if I could do a video just on marijuana, just strictly on marijuana, and prove that we shouldn't be smoking marijuana. All right. Marijuana is widely used throughout the entire world. Um, they're taking in smoke. You're smoking it, rolling it up, and they're smoking it. It's being used for medical purposes in some cases, but for the most part, it is being abused and smoked. Um, there's an old word in scripture that says you do not smoke marijuana. But with a little bit of common sense and applying um, spiritual consciousness to this subject, uh, I think we can come up to a reasonable understanding that smoking marijuana is a sin, it is addictive, and it is a tool of Satan and his demons in order to lead the world astray. Now, I just need you to hang with me, keep an open mind, put on your thinking caps, open your eyes and ears, read along. In scripture, when we read scripture, BYNV is what I read out of. And let's just see if we can come into a final conclusion about we're not supposed to smoke marijuana. Okay, with that said, we're not supposed to get drunk, be an alcoholic. Anything addictive is bad. Anything that alters the brain, anything that destroys the body is a sin if you're doing it, because our body is not our body any longer. It's now the temple of Yahuah. We lost our body. Okay, our body was tried, condemned, and sentenced to death. So therefore, we put it to death. We pay that price in our water immersion, and we come back up as a spiritual person. And spiritually, Yahuwah raises our body, turns it into mortality, and He lives in it. It's His temple now, right? Literally, when Yahusha comes back, He will raise our bodies from the grave and then turn our bodies into immortality and give us a new body for our new spiritual creature that's been gone through the rebirth while living on the earth, right? So we will inherit a new body. It's not going to be flesh and blood. Flesh and blood has been tried, condemned, and sentenced to death. It cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah, the reign of Yahuwah. Okay, so our body is no longer ours. It's the temple of Yahuwah. And we are to conduct ourselves in that manner with that knowledge. And we shouldn't desecrate the temple. So once we've went through our repentance, belief, repentance, water immersion in the name of Yahushua, received the Ruach HaKodesh, He's now indwelling in us, and we're enduring the race to the end. We no longer have any rights over this body. It's Yahuwah's temple now. We dwell with Him in His temple, which our body has become His temple. All right. So that means we shouldn't be getting body piercings, tattoos, smoking dope, drinking alcohol in excessively to the point you get tipsy, buzzed, or drunk. No doing drugs, anything that alters the mind or destroys the body, we should not do at all. Period. It's no longer a body. No alcohol excessively, if you drink it a lot, hurts your organs, your liver, kidneys, other eternal organs, your mind, internal organ, your heart, your lungs get destroyed when you smoke marijuana. So it's all in that same category. And well, as we go through this, we're going to find out that marijuana. I know it's supposed to be, you want this to be just about marijuana, but we got to touch bases here a little bit because it all encompasses, all this really encompasses this subject. And, anything, the smoking of the pot infects your lungs and your heart, and it is addictive. And anything that just hurts you, your body, alters your mind, or is addictive, we can't do it because the addiction makes you chase that. So you run out of pot, and the next thing you're wanting to do is go find some more. And it's like a dog. You go sniffing around, begging for somebody to sell you some pot, and you just kind of, lower yourself. It's like you're like a beggar, man, trying to get some more pot, going around looking for it like that until you find it, and it becomes your God, really. And you'll see as we go through this video what I mean by that. So smoking pot or anything else, alcohol and drug wise or addictive wise or harmful wise to our mind or body, is something we should not partake in. And it is just it can become an idol. So it can cause you to commit idolatry and worship it, sing to it, wear it, display it, make statues about it, make pictures of it, put patches on your clothes, wear jewelry of pot leaves, marijuana, all that stuff is you're worshiping it. Okay, like people wear cruxes on necklaces. They're worshiping that cross, that crux. Same thing with marijuana plants hanging around your neck, leaves and stuff. And we'll get into all that. So not only can marijuana cause you to be an idolater, worshiping images, an idol, bowing down to it is like it's an idol and worshiping it because you're chasing it, singing about it. When you sing about something, you're worshiping it, you're praising it. It's foremost in your mind. It's in your forehead, because you're singing your joy. It brings you joy and happiness, and you like chasing it down and having it, as soon as you see something that has a marijuana leaf on it, you got to have that. Why? Because you're worshiping it. That's why. And it can also be cause you to be an adulteress or adulterer. You're out whoring on Yahuah because you're putting that pot above him. And so it is also can be that you are dabbling into witchcraft and sorcery and enchanting with drugs. Sorcery comes from a Greek word, pharmaceutical type word, which refers to drugs, medicines, and sorcery, witchcraft, doing spells, enchanting with the use of drugs. That's all in that word. Okay, so we find sorcery written there. And we also find enchanting with drugs there, fornicators, adultery, adultery, fornication, all that included in that marijuana use and drug use and alcohol use. Spiritually, for sure. Yeah, man. So, even though it says you do not smoke marijuana, it doesn't say that in there. Boy, it sure does say a whole lot of other stuff that encompasses that. and you know, we'll see. You'll see at the end of the video. I'm sure you're not going to have any more doubts that marijuana is sin, and it's addictive, and it's idolatry, sorcery, enchanting with drugs, and it's defiling or desecrating the temple of Yahuah. Okay. All right. So let's get started with the instrumental. Okay, the praising and worshiping of it. Let's start out with that. So there's many songs written about marijuana and partying and alcohol and drugs, and this is being promoted by Hollywood, rock stars, rappers, country music, all kinds of entertainment, Hollywood, even politicians, you know, and of course the commerce, you know, all the money exchangers are all over it. You know, they're making money off of it. They buy T-shirts, patches, jewelry, wall plaques, statues, you know, all kinds of stuff. You know, flags, banners, road signs, just all kinds of stuff. They're making money off of marijuana. And in Scripture, it says in Ephesians 5:19. Let's go to 17. Ephesians 5:17. It says, "So then do not be foolish, but understand what the desire of Yahuah is." So don't be foolish. Understand what the desire of Yahuah is. Is it Yahuah's desire for you to alter your mind and damage your organs and become addicted to something, anything other than Him? No, it is not. And you know it isn't. Deep down inside, you know it isn't. And do not be drunk with wine. So just you're not supposed to get intoxicated, in which is loose behavior causes you to sin, but be filled with the Ruach instead. So he wants his temple filled with the Ruach, not marijuana smoke, not alcohol, not tobacco, not drugs. He wants it filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. It's his temple, his body. He wants to fill it. Okay? He don't want you putting all that other stuff in there, especially when he's in there. Speaking to each other in psalms and songs of praise and Ruach-like songs, singing and striking the strings in your heart to the Master, giving thanks always for all to Yahuwah the Father, and in the name of our Master Yahushua Mashiach, subjecting yourselves to each other in the fear of Yahuwah. So there you go. That's what we're supposed to be doing with our body, filling it with the Ruach, singing songs of praise and worship, and reciting psalms to Yahuwah through Yahushua HaMashiach. That's what we're supposed to be doing, not singing songs and worshiping and praising marijuana, alcohol, and drugs and tobacco and people, women and men, sex, you know, sexual immortality, you know, immorality, or fornication, that kind of stuff. Let's get a look at it. There are a tremendous amount of songs out there worshiping, praising marijuana. I picked a few, 5, you know. I just want to keep this short as I can. This is going to be a lengthy video, but I got to try to keep it short. So I don't want to go crazy here, but I think, you know, 5 is a very good example. Some have heard of these songs and have heard them. Some have not. Well, you're going to now, because I'm going to read the lyrics, and then we're going to listen to the song. okay? Just to prove that people are worshiping marijuana, and it's an idol for them. You'll have no doubt, and you're whoring on Yahuah with marijuana, because it is, believe it or not, a God to some people. It's a false God to people, just like Zeus and Jupiter and Liberty and all that. Those are as well, and so is marijuana. It just ain't something you're smoking. Okay. Matter of fact, when you take a hit off of that, you're kissing it. You're kissing the idol, giving it a big kiss when you smoke it, taking it into yourself, becoming one with that smoke. It's pretty heavy, really. And I'm not going to get real deep into the satanic end of it, but you're better off not knowing the satanic end of it too deeply. But I am going to touch on it because you need to be aware of it. So let's get into it. First song is by Aerosmith. I don't know if you've ever heard of Aerosmith. He's called A Reefer-Headed Woman, I guess is the name of it. Reefer-Headed Woman. I don't know what I did with the titles, but anyway, I think that's the name of the song. It don't really matter, but that's what it's from, Aerosmith, and it's about weed. Okay, so here we go. Here's the lyrics of it, and then we'll listen to the song. I got a reefer-headed woman. Now, reefer is a name for marijuana, if you don't know that. So marijuana has a lot of names, just like all the other GODs do. Okay. Weed, pot, reefer, MJ, marijuana, whatever. There's a lot of different names. So in this song, they're calling it reefer. Okay. I got a reefer-headed woman. She fell right down from the sky. Good L-O-R-D. You calling it an L-O-R-D? It fell down from the sky. I got a reefer-headed woman. She fell right down from the sky. She's a good L-O-R-D. Crazy, isn't it? Well, I gots to drink me 2/5 of whiskey just to get half as high. When the good L-O-R-D made that woman, he sure went to town. Oh, when the good L-O-R-D made that woman, he sure went to town. Well, when he was feeling high, oh, he sure should have been feeling low. Mr. Perry. I got a reefer-headed woman. She fell right down from the sky. I got a reefer-headed woman. She fell right down from the sky. L-O-R-D. I gots to drink me 2/5 of whiskey just to get half as high. So there you go. Now let's get a listen to that one time, see what it kind of sounds like. righty then. There we go. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I think you're getting the idea on that one. Okay, so number 2 is called Don't Bogart by Fraternity of Man. I have never heard of the band's name, but I've heard of the song. And it goes like this. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. That's another thing they call marijuana is a joint. And when it looks like a cigarette, it's a joint. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Bogart means don't keep it to yourself. Don't be stingy. Pass it over to me. Roll another one just like the other one. You've been hanging on to it, and I sure would like a hit. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Roll another one just like the other one. That one's just about burnt to the end, so come on and be a real friend. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. So here we go. This guy's not liking somebody not passing him that marijuana. Let's see if we can hear what it sounds like. Here we go. Oh, this is associated with Easy Rider, Hollywood blockbuster, if you've ever seen it.
Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Roll another one, just like the other one. You've been hanging on to it, and I sure would like a hit. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me.
All righty. So I think you got the point on that one. You can see how the instrumental aspect of this worshiping by singing hymns and praises to their God marijuana, it sounds really good, doesn't it? It makes you like, oh yeah, man, that's got a good beat, man. And you're getting programmed with those lyrics. Pretty soon, don't bogart that joint, my friend. You know, you're getting addicted. All right, number 3 is called The Joker, Smoker, Doper, Joker from the Steve Miller Band. And it goes like this. I mean, can you see the worship here? Concentrate on these lyrics, man. You can see the worship in the praise and the addiction and the idolatry just in these songs. Some people call me the space cowboy, yeah. Some call me the gangster of love, fornication. Some call me Maurice, 'cause I speak the pompatus of love. So he must be a ladies' man. He can go out and pick up any woman he wants, and he thinks that makes him special because he's a whoremongrel. People talk about me, baby, say I'm doing you wrong, doing you wrong. Well, don't you worry, baby, don't worry, because I'm right here, right here, right here, right here at home. Because I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. He's admitting that marijuana is a sin right there, isn't he? And I'm a sinner and fornication. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, and I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't want to hurt no one, but he is, isn't he? Because a joker is somebody that tells lies and deceives people, and he thinks it's funny. He gets a kick out of doing it. A smoker is he smoking tobacco in some kind of form, which is addictive and it destroys your heart and lungs and other organs. Okay, so you can't be doing it. I sure don't want to hurt no one. I'm a midnight toker. That's marijuana. So when they're kissing that weed, kissing their God, that's called token. He's a toker, so that means he's smoking marijuana. So he's admitting to be a joker, a smoker, and a midnight toker. I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, fornication basically, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I get my lovin' on the run. Woohoo, woohoo, yoo-hoo. You're the cutest thing I have ever seen, ever did see. I really love your peaches, that's breasts. I want to shake your tree. He wants to have intercourse. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. Woo, baby, I sure show you good time. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I get my lovin' on the run. I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, and I'm a smoker, and I'm a midnight toker. So there you go. He's admitting he's confessing. At least he's confessing his sins, right? And he's admitting that he's a sinner doing it, right? I give him credit for that. Let's see what it sounds like. Go down through here and see if I can find it. Here he is. Let's see what he sounds like. Steve Miller.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice. 'Cause I speak of the pompous of love. People talk about me, baby.
It's even got me doing this. It's very powerful, very influential.
Well, don't you worry, no, baby, no, don't worry. 'Cause I'm right here, right here, right here, right here at home.
Your subconscious mind is taking in that satanic message.
I'm a lover and I'm a sinner. Play my
And you're letting it in when you listen to it because you're doing this.
I'm a joker.
Getting the vibes.
I'm a midnight toker.
Very, very brainwashed. It brainwashes you, programs you. Alrighty, I think we get the point on that one. He's a lover and a toker and a midnight stoker or whatever. Alright. So anyhow, there's another one by someone called Bob Dylan. Most of you probably have heard of Bob Dylan. He's pretty famous. And here's Bob Dylan's song. It goes, well, they'll stone you when you're trying to be good. So if you're trying to be good and obedient to Yahuah, they're going to stone you. Ain't that something else? I mean, think of the programming in that verse. pretty wicked, isn't it? Kind of almost a reversal, reverse psychology, actually. But when they're saying, when he says stone, most people are taking it as being stoned or high on marijuana, but that could be stoned for being good instead of being how the Israelites used to stone them for sin, breaking the commandments. He's going to stone you for being good instead. Pretty powerful reverse psychology. I mean, that's something else, really. They'll stone you just like they said they would. They'll stone you when you're trying to go home, and they'll stone you when you're there all alone. But I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Well, they'll stone you when you're walking along the street. They'll stone you when you're trying to keep your seat. They'll stone you when you're walking on the floor. They'll stone you when you're walking to the door. But I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. They'll stone you when you're at the breakfast table. They'll stone you when you're young and able. They'll stone you when you're trying to make a buck. They'll stone you, then they'll say good luck. Tell you what, I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. This guy's something else, isn't he? Wow, the programming's amazing, really. Well, they'll stone you and say that it's the end. And then they'll stone you and they'll come back again. They'll stone you when you're riding in your car. They'll stone you when you're playing your guitar. Yes, but I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Well, they'll stone you when you walk all alone. They'll stone you when you are walking home. They'll stone you and then say you are brave. They'll stone you when you are set down in your grave. But I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Wow. That's so crazy. I mean, the programming in that is amazing, really. Boy, the devil's behind that song. That's mixed with weed, death, calling evil good and good evil. There's a lot into that. Let's see what it sounds like when they're singing it. All right. This is live here. There's a pack of cigarettes and a Diet Coke sitting on the piano. I think we get it. Everybody has to get stoned. All right, so that was all about drugs, man. Really, in control of Satan, controlling your mind. This is all centered around Satan, and it's part of his beast system. Music, lyrics. He's always used that to influence people's minds. You know, I mean, especially because people play it over and over and over, don't they? Especially if they like the beat of it. Man, the programming gets in there deep. So I saved this one for last. This one I'm familiar with from the 70s, from a group called Black Sabbath. And they had a song called Sweet Leaf. And I think that this song, personally, had a tremendous lot to do with the marijuana craze. And this group was really out there even for the 70s. And I never saw them in concert, but I knew quite a few people who did. And I remember them, the eyewitnesses, people that were there, and even on news and in magazines, they would talk about their concerts. And there was always something really weird happen at their concerts, you know. So it was really based around evil, big time, darkness. And they wore crosses, you know, big crosses on them, and like that was going to protect them or something. But really, it wasn't protecting them. It was allowing the evil demon spirits to come there and rev havoc on them and the people, and cause a negative impact on what was going on at that concert. So, I mean, by the way, just so you know, Satanists, okay, people worship Satan and stuff, witches and demons, and they do this enchanting with drugs and spells, and they use all these weird little ceremony deals, whatever the rituals. They have to have a cross present, or the demons won't react to what they're doing. So most of the time it's an upside down cross or it's a red cross, but they have to have some kind of a cross in their ritual in order for it to work. So the cross or the crux is the sign of the sun. It's the main primary object that's used for worshiping sun deity, okay, Apollo or Zeus or Jupiter or whatever, you know, in paganism. But it's worldwide. Sun worshiping's always been worldwide, found all over the world in all different cultures. But the crooks, either sideways, upside down, 2 or 3, connect or with a circle, whatever, you know, no matter what, it is an object of worship for the sun worshipers. And they always worshipped on the sun's day. Okay. So anyway, Black Sabbath, Sweet Leaf. Well, that means marijuana. Sweet leaf, marijuana. So here's the lyrics. All right now. That gets your attention right off the get-go. All right now. That's like attention. You know what I mean? All right now. Won't you listen? Won't you listen? When I first met you, didn't realize I can't forget you or your surprise. You introduced me to my mind and left me wanting you and your kind. Now, who is he talking about right there? I think he's talking about Satan. Sounds like to me he's talking about Satan. Oh, yeah. I love you. Whoa. Who's he love? Satan? Apparently. Oh, you know it. My life was empty, forever on a down, until you took me, showed me around. My life is free now. My life is clear. I love you, sweet leaf, though you can't hear. Oh yeah, baby. So now he's worshiping sweet leaf, though it can't hear. So he knows it's in his idol. He's idolizing it, and it's marijuana, and he's telling it, I love you, though you can't hear. So he knows it's a dumb idol, but he's still giving it worship and praising it. Okay, but this is very, very tricky lyrics. I believe he starts off speaking of Satan, and then he pretends like he's talking about marijuana. So marijuana is like a smoke screen that leads to Satan, like a lot of other things, crosses, cruxes, steeples, name of different, the weeks, the months on the Gregorian, just all kinds of stuff, really. It's, the holidays all lead to Satan, right? Santa Claus, flying reindeer, leprechauns, demons and Halloween, all that stuff, Easter bunny, fertility, maypole. Now, all that leads to Satan, man. It's hidden. It's hidden though. You don't know it until you get deeper into it. Birthdays are the number one holiday for witches and warlocks. Oh yeah, baby. Come on now. Try it out. Come on now. Try it out. Straight people don't know what you're about. They put you down and shut you out. I'm talking about friggin' demons right there, I'm telling you. Or Satan shut you out, straight people. See that? He's mixing the lyrics with the devil and the demons and the weed. But your subconscious mind's picking up on all that. What's evil? It's evil programming here now. You gave to me a new belief. Wow. You hearing that? You gave to me a new belief. And soon the world will love you, sweet leaf. And soon the world will love you, sweet leaf. Well, he ain't lying there. They sure do love the sweet leaf. This right now in this age. Oh yeah, baby. Come on now. Try it out. Oh yeah. So there's your lyrics. Wow. Very, very satanic based foundation. It's definitely Satan on that. Let's get it. Let's see what it sounds like. This will be the last one. Try to keep this short. If I can find it on here somewhere. There it is. They got at least two of them are wearing crosses in this picture. I can tell. Now here we go.
Good to relax.
They're coughing because they're smoking weed. Got me wanting to hit, Bob. he's saying that Sweet Leaf freed him. His life is free now through Sweet Leaf or Saint. No wonder why Satan uses instrumental to promote his agenda. Captivates people. And the lyrics programs them. Try it out. Straight people don't know what you're about. This division between the good and the evil. Put you down and shut you out. New belief. Wow. Soon the world will love you sweetly. Wow. Try it out, baby. He's promoting weed, man. Who do you think he's serving here? That sounds like to me. He's singing and worshiping and promoting weed for his master, the father of lies. Well, I think. Heavy duty stuff right there, folks. Very heavy duty. Okay, I'm going to take a break right now. And I'll make sure the video's all working fine because I was having a problem with it. And then I'll be right back with you. So take a break and I'll see you here shortly. Taking a break. Hello, I'm back. Okay, the audio sounds good, great, except for the music part. It's kind of mumbled a little bit, so just kind of try to get through the music. You can hear the lyrics and the beat, but it didn't come across real clear. But it's not horrible either. So, but that's all the music I'm going to play. I know everybody getting the idea here on the brainwash using the instrumental. Okay, and it's no secret that Satan does that, and the demons, they've been doing that for a long time. There's even weird things like back in the 60s and 70s, they would say that if you took a vinyl record and you would play it backwards, it would have a demonic message to it and stuff like that. And some of these different songs. I don't know. Maybe there was some truth to that, and maybe there wasn't. I don't know because I never tried it. But it's. Can you see that marijuana is associated with darkness? in the devil. It's not associated with Yahuwah and goodness and the light, is it? No, it's not. So when you start dabbling in darkness and evil, you're crossing the line, man. You know, you're not supposed to hang out with the outsiders, people of the world. They of the world. We are of Yahuwah. We stay set apart. Marijuana, alcohol excessively, uh, drugs, tobacco, fornication, adultery, you know, being disobedient, lawless. That's all part of the children of darkness. It's not what the children of light is supposed to be doing. Can you see yet that marijuana is associated with the children of darkness and not the children of light? I mean, right there should be plenty of proof, but I'm going to give you more. I'm going to fill your cup up with proof on this video. And I think it's important to understand this because there's teachers out there teaching that it's not a sin and it's okay to smoke marijuana and drink whiskey and spirits. You're drinking spirits when you drink mixed drinks. Some don't even mix it. They just drink it straight from the bottle. It's poison. It's poison. Okay, you're poisoning your body. And if you do it long enough and often enough, you know, you're going to destroy your organs and you're going to die. You're definitely addicted. So that bottle becomes your genie, your magic potion. You know, it's who you're worshiping because you got to have that alcohol, man. You got to have it. Just like potheads, they got to have that reefer, man. And heroin addicts, meth addicts, that's Satan's drugs. That's all Satan's bag of tricks, man. That's all part of his system of control. The beast, the way he controls people and leads people astray. It says the devil leads the world, the whole world astray. Okay, he very tricky, beguile, powerful, as far as deceiving, being deceitful and beguiling people. He's had a lot of practice. So I'm hoping you're starting to see that marijuana is in the camp of the children of darkness. It's not something that's in the camp of the children of Yahuwah or the children of light. Okay? Come on, man. It doesn't belong in the camp of the children of light. Don't let nobody tell you that it's okay to smoke that marijuana. You can see from that last song we just played, there's a strong connection. It's interwoven with Satan and his demons. That last song was just extremely hardcore evidence of that. You know, if you don't believe me, look it up, Google it yourself. Black Sabbath Sweet Leaf and read them lyrics. You know, again, if you want to yourself, it's evil. It's in the camp of the children of darkness for sure. It's Satan's tool. It's not for us to use or promote or say it's okay to use to a brother. I mean, that's ridiculous. It should be telling them, no, that's not something we should be partaking of. We're set apart. We're commanded to stay set apart from the world and the lusts and desires of the flesh. And you need to use the Ruach HaKodesh to help you get away from that stuff and stay away from the world and the children of darkness. Stay out of their camp. Because if you go around them, they'll stone you. It's like that one song was saying, they'll stone you when you're walking down the road. Yeah, they'll get you. Keep messing around with the children of darkness, the outsiders. Bad enough when you got a brother telling you that it's okay to smoke it. You get around the children of darkness, man, they'll stone you. All right, let's look at 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Do not become unevenly yoked with unbelievers. For what partnership have righteousness and lawlessness? Lawlessness is unrighteousness. Obedience is righteousness. Okay. And what fellowship has light with darkness? And what agreement has Mashiach with wickedness or Baal? Or what part does a believer have with an unbeliever? And what union has the temple of Yahuah with idols? There you go. We're the temple of Yahuah. Weed is an idol. And I'm going to prove that to you here later on. See? And what union is interwoven togetherness, oneness. What union has the temple of Yahuah, which is you, with idols, which is weed? Yeah. For you are a temple of the living Yahuah, as Yahuah has said, I shall dwell in them and walk among them, and I shall be their all, and they shall be my people. Therefore, come out from among them and be separate, says Yahuah, and do not touch what is unclean, and I shall receive you. There you go, man. That's Yahuah speaking. He's saying, come out from among them, the outsiders, the world, the children of darkness, and be separated from them. So don't do what they're doing. Come into the camp of the children of light. Don't do what they're doing. Separate from them. And do not touch what is unclean. Drugs, alcohol, tobacco, whores, that's all unclean. And I shall receive you. Then he shall receive you, and he'll keep you from that stuff. You got to come separate yourself from them and stay away from them. And I shall be a father to you, and you shall be sons and daughters to me, says Yahuah El Shaddai. There, see that, man? That's powerful stuff right there. Very, very powerful. Okay, I mean, wow. Let's look at some pictures. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. So, in case my words aren't coming across correctly, or my words are falling on deaf ears, take a look at this. Do these look like children of light? I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover for sure. You don't know who's chosen and who's not, but you will know them by their fruits. And if somebody's sitting there smoking pot, kissing that idol with their lips, sucking it down, becoming one with that smoke, and altering their brain and destroying their organs, I gotta say, man, you know, they're not children of light, you know, and that's not the fruits I'm looking for to prove to me that they are. Okay, so see these characters? Do they look like children of light to you? They look like they're in the camp of darkness to me, and they promote marijuana smoking. They say it's okay. All right? They love it. Okay? It freed them. Come on, man. Does this look like children of light? Could this guy, while he was choking on this smoke, convince you that you should be water immersed in the name of Yahusha? Can he convince you of that? I don't think he'd even try, honestly. Here's about these ones. Here's your sweet leafs. That's the ones that just sung that song promoting sweet leaf and Satan. See that cross around his neck? That ain't going to protect him. He's already sold his soul to rock and roll. Probably the saint himself, really. Is that Children of Light? They're singing you a song of that sweet leaf, telling you it's okay to smoke it. They love it. They say they love it. So they were down until they started using it. I mean, the world will love you. Soon the world will love you, sweet leaf. Would you listen to them if they told you to go get immersed in the name of J-Man? How about this guy? He's a pothead. He says that pot made him smart. Pot made him smart. Is he a child of light? I mean, it's hard to judge a book by its cover, but there he is, Mr. Sweetleaf himself, back in the 70s. He's really promoting that weed, ain't he? Got that on his t-shirt, his apparel. Marijuana apparel back in the 70s. See that? Look at him. Looks like he's kind of high up there on the stage, don't it? Huh? Should you hang out with that guy? He's famous. Famous rock star. You won't follow him around and be his groupie, worship him and his music, because he can play music and sing. Gonna worship that guy? I don't think he's in the camp of the Children of Light, folks. How about this dude? He's pretty famous. In the dog pound, he say. Come to the dog pound. Outside are the dogs. Outside of the city are the dogs. He wants you to come into the dog pound. Think he's in the camp of the Children of Light? How about her? She looks like a dragon sitting there blowing smoke out of her body. Looks like a fire-breathing dragon to me. She must not be a Children of Light. Hard for me to believe it, man. If anybody says they're a brother and they're doing this right here, I've got to question whether or not they're just infiltrated Yahuah's camp and are spies or something. I'm like, come on, man. Whoa, party on, brother! Yahusha wants a hit of that bong, brother. Come on. Yahusha drank wine. He's a wino, so what's wrong with smoking pot? He made it. Boy, that sounds like Satan talking to me. See any brother, I see him sitting there with that girl doing that right there, smoking that with her. He's gonna have, I'm gonna think he's a spy. He done infiltrated the camp of Yahuah, the Children of Light, and he's spying on us. That's what I'm gonna think. Ooh, he's a spy. Maybe he's a double agent. There you go. You guys know him. Party hardy, brother. Right on. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Is he of Yahuah? You tell me. How about this guy? Is he an insider or is he an outsider? Look at him. Kind of a young looking face. Kind of boyish look to him. Woo. Yeah. I wonder if he's from the camp of the light. Camp of Yahuah, Children of Light. How about this dude, man? Want to go party with him? Hang out with him and smoke some dope? Why not? Ain't nothing wrong with smoking dope, is there? Look at this gal. What's she doing? She's kissing the idol. She's kissing her idol, just like the The Catholics kiss the feet of their idol, a statue of Jupiter in the Vatican. Bow down and kiss the feet of their idol. She's kissing her idol right there. Look at her. Would you like to go out with her, man? Take her on a date? Would you? Is she a good person? Tell me. How about this young man? What's he doing? He kissing the idol too, isn't he? He's kissing his idol. His God, according to Black Sabbath. Has something to do with Satan, I don't know. How about this gal? Look at her. She got jewelry on, marijuana leaf there, one down there. Big old stogie joint hanging out of her mouth. She kissing on him. She can't even take him off her lips. She's kissing him for a long time. She said, I love you, sweet leaf. I'm going to give you a big kiss. I'm going to let you hang right there in my mouth for a while. You want to go out with her? Is she a good person? Is she in the camp of light? Children of light? Are you starting to see that marijuana is found in a different camp? It's not supposed to be in the camp of the children of light. You're supposed to separate yourself from that. Look at her. She thinks she's, maybe she's Queen Marijuana, Mary Jane. Queen Mary Jane, maybe. Is that what she thinks she is? Her hair's green. She's got those big old marijuana leaves on her ears. Tattoos galore, purple lipstick. Well, she's a beauty. Want to go out with her? I don't think she's in our camp, in the camp of the children of light. We don't have any queens like that, do we? And here is Mr. Sweetleaf. And he going to town with that red cross. Look at him. See that red cross? Whoa. Does that mean he's a Christian? Or does that mean he's needs to, you have that to cast spell over his audience when he sings those praises and worshiping songs and everything to Satan, his master. And so therefore they conjures up the demons and they come out and they wreak havoc among the people in the crowd. People get drunk, they pass out, they get raped, they get robbed, they die of overdoses, drug and alcohol. You know, you can die from drinking too much alcohol because you're poisoning yourself to the point where you die of alcohol poisoning. It's poison to you. You know, that's why you get, your body reacts intoxicated because you've taken in toxins, poison to your body. It's foreign to your body. You're not supposed to have alcohol in your body. Wow, man. So see what I'm saying now? There's a separate, you're supposed to be separated from what they're doing over here in the camp of darkness. We're not, and the ones that are in the camp of light are not supposed to be doing what they're doing. And they're all doing marijuana, smoking marijuana, taking drugs, drinking alcohol in excess, having sex, fornicating, even doing adultery on their spouses, spending all their money on partying and loose living, and worshiping Satan, listening to music that worships Satan. You know, kissing, bowing down to idols, unknowingly or knowingly. It don't matter, does it? Because that's what the Christians do. And everybody says, well, that doesn't matter. They're still doing it, even if they don't know they're doing it. You know, well, same way with smoking pot. You know, you're bowing down and you're kissing that idol and you're worshiping that marijuana, which is really Satan hiding behind the curtain. and it belongs in the camp of darkness, not the camp of light. So stop telling people that are members of the body or your brothers who are in the camp of the set apart ones. They're set apart to Yahuwah, who are a treasured possession to Yahuwah, who are the beloved of Yahuwah, that it's okay for them to smoke marijuana and associate with the camp of darkness. How dare you, really? How dare you? All righty, so let's go over to Joshua 24. Joshua 24:14. And it says, "And now, fear Yahuwah, serve him in perfection and in truth." Serve him in perfection. That means stay separated from the world and the lusts and pleasures of the flesh. Perfect. Serve him in perfection. And in truth. And in truth. Don't be tickling ears to get people to be your friends or follow you or listen to you. Stop tickling ears. Serve him in perfection and in truth, and put away the mighty ones which your fathers served, because the river and in beyond the river and in Egypt, and serve Yahuwah. Don't serve nobody or nothing but Yahuwah. You're running around chasing marijuana or rock stars or Satan or drugs or alcohol or tobacco. That's what you're serving. You're not supposed to serve anything but Yahuwah. We have nothing in our camp. The camp of Children of the Light has nothing in there except the Ruach HaKodesh, peace, joy, truth, Yahusha, the Torah, obedience. That's all we have. Living water. We have the living water, the Ruach. Okay? And if it seems evil in your eyes to serve Yahuwah, choose for yourselves this day whom you are going to serve. Whether the mighty ones which your fathers served that were beyond the river, or the mighty ones of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But I and my house, we serve Yahuwah. And the people answered and said, Far be it from us to forsake Yahuwah, to serve other mighty ones. For Yahuwah our all is he who has brought us and our fathers up out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage, who did those great signs before our eyes, and has guarded us in all the way that we went, and among all the people through whom we passed. And Yahuwah drove out from before us all the people, even the Amorites who dwelt in the land. We too serve Yahuwah, for he is our all. Then Yahusha, or Joshua, said to the people, You are not able to serve Yahuwah, for he is a set apart all. A jealous all is he. He does not bear with your transgression and with your sins. If you forsake Yahuwah, and shall serve mighty ones of a stranger, then he shall turn back and do you evil and consume you after he has been good to you. And the people said to Yahusha, or Joshua, No, but we do serve Yahuwah. Then Joshua said to the people, You are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen Yahuwah for yourselves to serve him. And they said, Witnesses. And now put away the mighty ones of the stranger which are in your midst, and incline your heart to Yahuwah, all of Yisrael. And the people said to Joshua, Yahuwah are all we serve, and his voice we obey. And Joshua made a covenant with the people that day, and laid on them a law and a right ruling in Shechem. Then Joshua wrote these words in the book of the Torah of all. And he took a large stone and set it up there under the oak that was by the set apart place of Yahuwah. And Joshua said to all the people, see, this stone is a witness to us, for it has heard all the words of Yahuwah, which he spoke to us. And it shall be a witness against you, lest you lie against your all. Yahuwah. Wow. So, choose this day who you will serve. Weed, Mary Jane, or Yahuwah. Exodus 20, verse 4. You do not make for yourself a carved image or any likeness of that which is in the Shemayim above or which is in the earth beneath. That includes a marijuana leaf. Or which is in the waters under the earth. You do not bow down to them nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah, your Elohim, am a jealous awe, visiting the crookedness of the fathers on the children, to the third and fourth generations, to those who hate me, but showing kindness to thousands, to those who love me and guard my commands. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So, is marijuana a image? Is it an idol? Are we committing idolatry? Idol worshiping when we have leaves on our neck, statues in our house or on our property, or jewelry on, or apparel on, promoting it? Are we worshiping it? When we run out and try to find it because we're out and we can't stand it because we want to smoke it with everything we do. We want to smoke it when we wake up. We want to smoke it when we go to work. You want to smoke it when you're at work. You want to smoke it when you get off of work. You want to smoke it when you get home. You want to smoke it while you're watching TV. You want to smoke it before you eat your supper. You want to smoke it before you have sex. You want to smoke it before you go to bed. I mean, it becomes your idol. And you're addicted to it. And you love it because you've become one with it. And you chase after it. Chase after it, man. Anybody that smokes marijuana and has been smoking it for a long time is chasing after marijuana. That's just plain day. You're addicted to it. It has become your image, your idol. You are an idol worshiper, idolater. Okay, let's take a look. There you go. That woman, she got that big old leaf hanging on the wall of her house, and she's touching on it with a big old smile. She loves it. This is a statue of a marijuana goddess, and if you look real close inside the crystal there, or acrylic, whatever it is, you can see marijuana leaves all inside of that body. THC. See it? Especially around the heart and the lung area of this figure of a woman body. Saturated with THC. People bow down to that thing, man. Look at this. The Hindus are in on it. See? Look at the Hindus. They put it on their little stone idol there and take of the fruits of their God. They have their God there serving them their weed. That's grotesque there. You know. Yeah. right by the doorway. What are we supposed to put by the doorway and our gates? To tend to borrow, not an image of marijuana by the doorway. Must be their G-O-D, huh? They want to see it when they go in, and when they go out, they want to see it. Maybe they touch it or kiss it or something on the way out. Who knows? Here's their god. It's a G-O-D here. Marijuana G-O-D. They have him hanging all over their walls. Look at him. Look at that dude, man. See all the marijuana on top of his head, on his cheeks, on his chin. The marijuana G-O-D that they worship. There it is. There's the official G-O-D of marijuana. Looks a little bit like Zeus, doesn't he? Or Apollo. Kind of funny he's round too. From the sun. Is he the sun god? The sun deity with the wings? Nimrod flying off to the sun, or the pharaohs to the sun, has wings there. Looks like wings to me. With marijuana on the round disc, the sun. Is that what that is? Nevertheless, that's their G-O-D. So right there, I'm telling you, marijuana is an idol, whether you know it or not. And here's another one. Look at all the G-O-D marijuana goddesses there with marijuana right in the middle. See them? All the marijuana G-O-D goddesses around that marijuana plants. Look at that. Here's your cannabis god that you're worshiping. Really, you're worshiping Satan. He's behind the curtain. If you listen to that sweetly sung by Black Sabbath, and I think you'll figure that out. Look at that. Even got the aliens puffing on it. Damon. I don't know what he is. Is it a Damon puffing on it, or an alien? I don't know. You tell me. Probably a Damon. I don't think there's such thing as an alien. Here they got a little gnome or elf or whatever he is. He's a toker and he's a smoker. He's a midnight toker. Look at him. Cute little devil. That's probably what he's, I think, ain't the elves, isn't Santa Claus supposed to be Satan, and his elves are his demons? Ain't that a demon? Doesn't that represent a demon or something with that pointy red hat? Witch hat on. See that witch hat that he has on his head? Marijuana. You doubting the marijuana's associated with witchcraft? Look at that red little pointed hat that dude's wearing. Look at this brother. Party on, man. Let's listen to some Hendrix or somebody. Look at that dude. Man, he looks like he's lost in that marijuana patch, don't he? Like he's in a jungle or something. That's crazy, man. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, here we go. Chinese in on it. Asians. They got the old Buddha giving you some dope. There you go. Buddha, he digs it. He likes weed. See that weed in that bag? Whole bag full of weed right there. Buddha. Buddha give you some weed, man. Associating that weed with Buddha and Hindus and all kinds of crazy people, man. Look at this girl. She says she's the queen of marijuana. She's Mary Jane, straight from hell, is what this is. A Mary Jane, straight from hell. She's the weed woman, straight from hell, she said. Look at the blood behind her on the wall. She got weed hanging off her hair right there. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be weed hanging down there off her hair. Blood on the back of the wall. Look at her. You want to go out with her? She's a beauty. Take her out. You're going to have to go into the camp of the darkness to get her. That's where she ain't in the camp alive. I guarantee she ain't over there. You're Gonna have to go find her over on the dark side. Look at this. Here's some more statues of weed. See the weed inside that statue? Figurine of a woman's body. And look at the jars. They're full of weeds. Look at that. Weed leaves in them too. And then that woman's body there. All around. Look what's around. Her heart, lungs, and neck, man. That's where it gives you the damage. When you're smoking that. Most of the damage is your neck, okay, your lungs, and your heart. Where all that stuff gets to you. Look at that. They even got road signs pointing you to it. Want to worship marijuana? Go that way. You get there, you find the banner that you're under. You're under the banner of the Mary Jane. Splattered. Look at it, it's all splattered. Probably about what your lungs look like when you got THC dripping all down inside of it. Look at that. I guess maybe that's what that's supposed to mean. You know, it's like THC dripping down all into your lungs or something. I don't know. Or vomit, maybe, if you smoke too much. I don't know. How about this chick? You want to go out with her? Check her out, man. She's a beauty, ain't she? She got nuts over marijuana. Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. That's a dude. Sorry. Can't tell guys from girls hardly anymore. Look at that. That dude's all excited about that weed. Look at him. Are you going to tell me that it's okay for children of light to go smoke marijuana and buy it from this dude right here? Go to this guy's house and buy marijuana and smoke it with him and go home and smoke that marijuana? Where are you getting it from? Man, it's of the dark side, man. Here's another one of their statues they're worshiping. This is their mother marijuana statue. I don't even know what they call it. But see the pot in it, saturating the body. Look where it's at the most. Neck, throat, lungs, heart, up in there. Look at that. So they trying to tell you something, man? They trying to tell you something? I don't know. There you go. This is a patch you put on it. You can put this on your jacket or your backpack or something, you know. It's a patch. It's even on patches, you know. Here's another one of them little gnomies, whatever they call them, little devil, demon, Satan's elves or whatever, with the little witch hat, pointed cone hat. Look at him. He's a party animal, isn't he? Yeah, gnomie. Cannabis gnomie. He's a little devil, what he is, a little demon. Rah! 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 He's gonna get you. Rah! Smoke that weed! I command you! Smoke that weed! Yeah! There you go. Look at them statues, man. Yeah. Snake, serpent on a stick, pharmaceutical, drugs, sorcery, marijuana, drugs. Yeah, that goes deep, don't it? Very deep. There you go. Another statue. These guy calls it grass. I forgot about that. They call it grass. Don't step on the grass. Stay off the grass, man. You got to do. Man, he's really into it. Uh-oh. He done lost all his way. He smoked it all up. Look at him. He's going to start jonesing. You're going to have to go out and find some here in a little bit after he smokes that one. Look, he's emptied. Unless you want to buy some and throw it in that box in your statue. People go buy weed and they put it in this little box in their statue. They worship this little dude. This is their god. You go in there and take the offering. he gives and smokes it and worships him. Crazy stuff, man. Here's a fountain. Weed goddess. See the weed plants in the fountain? The weed goddesses. They worship them, throw money in there, worship their idols. Same with this one. Worshiping their weed idols. Marijuana, their idol. Here's a cool cat. Here's a real kind of a cool looking statue. You put your weed right here in this little dish. Here right here. This dude here, he's from Jamaica. See? He's from Jamaica, it says. See? Jamaica. Yeah, he's happy, ain't it? Look at him smoking that weed. He's a party animal from Jamaica. He's actually your G.O.D. Oh, that's bad stuff, man. And they're getting their Queen of Whores involved here. They want the Queen of Whores to smoke some weed too. Kiss that idol, which is Satan. Oh, Satan. Satan smoking Satan. Satan smoking Satan. Oh, wow. This must be a demon, man. I guess. The weed hat on. There's a statue for you. Don't you bow down to that one? Yeah. Got a weed necklace, too. Sam. Making some kind of weird sign there with his hand. I don't even want to know what that is. There's a museum. I think it's in Canada or England or somewhere. I'm not sure. But it's like a plant museum. And they ain't leaving no marijuana out. That middle one there, marijuana. There's a little background too. Look at all that in the background. That's marijuana too. Look at that. That's in a plant museum. And this is really weird because they're even putting masks on their idols and their statues and their images. See, they put masks on them. So even all those GODs have to shut up and worship Satan. And listen to Satan. That's what they were doing that for. Matter of fact, it's crazy as it sounds. I saw where when they do a satanic ritual, they all stand 6 feet apart in a circle, and they put on masks in order to keep their mouth shut and submit to Satan's will. That's kind of odd, isn't it? And they're putting the masks on all their statues of all their GODs. You know, paganism, Greek mythology and paganism and all that. And so what it really is it all comes down to the man behind the curtain. It's not really the weed. It's the man. That's the tool he tricks you with. But you really, when you kiss that weed, you smoke that weed, you take it into your lungs, you become intoxicated, and now you're worshiping this dude. Satan. That's who you're fooling with, is Satan. All right. I'm going to take another break. Make sure my audio is working correctly. And I'll be right back with you. So, taking a break. Hello, I'm back. Okay, let's read a little bit of scripture here. It says Romans 6:16. Do you not know that to whom you present yourselves servants for obedience, you are servants of the one whom you obey, whether of sin to death or of obedience to righteousness? But thanks to Yahuwah that you were servants of sin, yet you obeyed from the heart that form of teaching to which you were entrusted. And having been set free from sin, you became servants of righteousness. I speak as a man because of the weakness of your flesh. For even as you did present your members as servants of uncleanness and of lawlessness, resulting in lawlessness, so now present your bodies as servants of righteousness, resulting in set apartness. For when you were servants of sin, you were free from righteousness. What fruit, therefore, were you having then, over which you are now ashamed? For the end thereof is death. But now, having been set free from sin, and having become servants of Yahuwah, you have your fruit resulting in set apartness, and the end, everlasting life. For the wages of sin is death, but the favorable gift of Yahuwah is everlasting life in Mashiach Yahusha, our master, not in marijuana. Okay? So, you're a servant to the one whom you obey, and if you're obeying Satan, chasing marijuana, listening to songs about marijuana, putting statues and pictures in your house that portrays marijuana, and and you've become addicted to it, and it's become an idol in your life. It's absorbing all your money, causing problems at work, whatever. You are worshiping sin. Okay, you're not worshiping. You're not a servant of righteousness, because the children of light and Yahuwah, does not dabble in the tools, instruments of darkness, or the pleasures of the world, or the lusts and the pleasures of the flesh. So become a servant of righteousness. Serve Yahuwah through Yahushua Mashiach. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else. That's all we need, folks. All we need is Yahushua. That's it. No alcohol, no drugs, no tobacco, no fornication, no defile the body or the temple of Yahuwah. And we don't need marijuana or weed or pot or grass or reefer or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so yeah, you know how people worship, do cross worshiping and Sunday worshiping. What do? They hang those statues of crosses on their walls. They put images of cross outside their buildings, on their property. They wear them on their neck, on their apparel, on their wrists, on their hands or fingers, their earrings, hats, and they speak of the power of the cross, the crooks, the sun crooks. Why? Because that's become an image, an idol to them, and they're bowing down to it and worshiping it. Okay? And the people are doing the same thing with this marijuana idol. Here we go. Jewelry. Look at that. Pyramid type looking deal. See? With marijuana in it. Crystal, made of a crystal. Here's a ring, crystal ring with marijuana in it. I wonder how many potheads have busted those open and just to be able to smoke that weed when they didn't have any. They probably have. I bet it's happened. If it's not contaminated inside that acrylic or whatever, crystal, whatever it is. If it's glass and it's in there, they could bust it open and smoke it. If it's inside of acrylic or something in there, or glue or some type, they wouldn't be able to. Probably make them go crazy because they couldn't get to it to smoke it. Here's apparel. It says stoned on it. And here's a little necklace here. Weird colors. Looks like a serpent right up there. like a serpent, and that's definitely a serpent's head, a snake right there, associated with marijuana. So you serpent race believers, stay away from that marijuana, because apparently the serpent race is promoting it and using it. Here's one filled with in a glass with a shaped as a heart, like Valentine heart, Cupid. You know, that's paganism too. You got marijuana in that one there. You can probably bust open, break your heart, and drink and smoke your pot. Here's what this one's got: seeds. Look at that, seeds of evil. Marijuana seeds in it. That's interesting. This one's a necklace says love, and the O is a marijuana leaf, so they love marijuana. That's what that means. What's love? Yahuah is love, not marijuana. That right there shows you they're in a different camp than we are. Here's on their wrist, marijuana. Marijuana, her idol around her neck. She's worshiping marijuana. Probably kisses it. In her ears. She's got marijuana in her ears. Coming out of her ears. And marijuana coming out of her ears. I don't know what this one is, but I know it's some funky thing to do with Satan or something, or devil worshiping, or paganism. Maybe some of you know what it is. It definitely looks like witchcraft and sorcery to me. She got marijuana leaves on her fingers. See them? And diamonds, marijuana leaves. She's got black fingernails and dots. Some kind of code. And I don't know what that is on that one. Kind of weird. I'm not sure. If anybody knows what this is, you know, write it down in the comments below. I don't know what it is. Probably something to do with witchcraft, I'm sure. Probably don't even want to know, really. Here's a pen, stick pen, like a brooch or something. THC. Look at it. It looks like a snake, doesn't it? The way they have it there. Look at that. See the eyes? Almost looks like a snake head. THC. Like a serpent head. And here's the THC molecule. She's got on hers. THC molecule. It kind of looks like a little bit of a snake head too, don't it? Like a serpent. Look at that. Don't they kind of look like a serpent? Eyes? That's THC molecule. Yeah. Kind of weird, huh? Looks like serpents. More necklaces. Here's it's like a man's ring. For any of you gentlemen out there that want to worship marijuana, marijuana is your idol. There you go. Look at this necklace. This dude is, I think, is a demon. Has marijuana eyeballs. Looks like a serpent with marijuana eyeballs. A demon in the form of a serpent head or something with marijuana eyeballs. Look at the marijuana eyeballs on that dude. Well, what he is? Alien, demon, serpent. Looks like he has scales. He definitely got marijuana eyeballs. So it's definitely associated with some kind of darkness, paganism there, for sure. See how I'm talking about now? Marijuana is associated with evil, man. It's from the dark side, folks. You're not allowed to smoke marijuana. It's a sin. Stay away from it. Get off of it if you're on it. It'll keep you away from having a close relationship with Yahuah. There you go. The sweet leaf entombed in crystal. Stone to the bone. See the two bones on each side of the weed leaf? Going to kill you, turn you into a skeleton. I'm stoned to the bone. Here's another. See the marijuana in the pharmacy, medical drugs emblem. The snake, two snakes wrapped around the pole coming up and facing each other with the sun or the moon. That round thing at the top is either the moon or the sun. I'm not sure what's associated with drug sorcery and enchanting with drugs and pharmaceutical medical stuff, but this marijuana obviously is, because they're showing you it is. Now this one here I did on a full page. I found this to be really strange, man. Look at that. This woman has got marijuana around her wrist, on her palm of her hand. It's inscribed on the palm of her. She wearing it on the palm of her hand, man. That's so friggin' weird. Look at that. And it's black. And then she comes, look at that, around her middle finger. And fingernails painted black like that other woman's. Look what's on them. Look at that. There's your crooks. Upside down triangle. Definitely interfaithism. Coexistence crowd, perhaps. Who knows? It's definitely not of Yahuah. She's not a child of light, or she wouldn't be doing all this. So she's smoking marijuana. Are we supposed to smoke marijuana if the children of darkness smokes marijuana? No, we're supposed to stay separated from them. We're not supposed to do anything they do. We're the total opposite of them. We're of the light. They are of the darkness. We come to the light because we're children of Yahuah. They stay in the darkness because they're children of Satan, the father of lies. Our Father is the Heavenly Father, who is Yahuah, is love, man. He's truth, love, and peace, joy. Yahuah is spirit, dwelling in unapproachable light. So, man, there's no darkness, not even a speck of darkness in him. None. No darkness in him at all, not even a speck of darkness. He dwells in unapproachable light. So you cannot tell me that it's okay to smoke marijuana or do drugs or smoke tobacco or get hooked on alcohol, drink alcohol in excess, or go out chasing loose women or chasing whoremongers if you're a woman. Goes both ways, for sure. So there you go. And I don't know. I mean, pictures worth 1,000 words, folks. I think I have presented overwhelming evidence that marijuana comes from the dark side. And it's absolutely promoted, worshipped, sung about, songs made up about them, statues, jewelry, hymns. It's addicting. It destroys the body, and people chase it. I don't know. It's an idol. I think I've proven that. Overwhelming evidence, really. And I could have went way more and way deeper, but I just don't feel I need to. I feel this is overwhelming evidence right here to prove the point that smoking marijuana is sin. Okay? And we are not to partake of it. What do we have to do with darkness? What do we have to do with evil? What do we have to do with unrighteousness? Nothing, man. Come on, nothing. We don't have anything to do with any of that. We are not we don't want any darkness in us at all, like Yahuah. Okay, we want to stay in the light. Okay, we want to be like Yahuah, and we want to walk the way Yahusha walked, perfect and in truth. All right, put off the flesh and put on the spirit. You know, if you have this, if you walking in the spirit, if you have the spirit in you, you should be walking in the spirit. Okay, not the flesh. So walking in the spirit means doing what the spirit does. And he doesn't have anything to do with darkness, not even a little bit. So we should be a virgin bride. We should be clean, present ourselves as clean, acceptable, walking in the spirit and truth. We should be unblemished, no wrinkles, no stains, no spots, okay, no darkness at all, none, zero. We're not allowed to do any of that they're doing. If they're doing it in their camp of darkness, okay, we're not allowed to do it because we're supposed to be separate from them, set apart to Yahuah. Okay, so I think the evidence that I've proven, that I've presented, proves that without any shadow of a doubt to this point. I'm going to take another break, make sure this audio's working. It's kind of bugging me because I worked very hard on that video that I did about unleavened bread, and then after I went to watch it, it was very distorted audio and crackling and everything. It was just kind of upsetting, but anyways, I deleted it, and I'm being very careful now. I blew out my mic. I think I got it all cleaned out, so it seems everything seems to be going fine. But I'm gonna take another break and just check it out real quick, and then I'll be back with you. And we had a little bit of scripture, okay? So taking a break. Hello, I'm back. All righty then. Let's look at scripture a little bit, and then we'll wrap this up then. Okay. I want to turn that off just so I don't get interrupted here. So let's go to 1 Corinthians 5. 1 Corinthians 5, verse 10. It says, "And I certainly did not mean with those of the world." Who whore, or with the greedy of gain, or swindlers, or idolaters, since then you would need to go out of the world. So, but now I have written to you not to keep company with anyone called a brother. So here Paul is saying that he's telling the assembly in Corinth that he is not speaking of the outsiders. He's not talking about the camp of darkness, okay? He's talking about the camp of light, the children of light's camp, the brothers, okay? He ain't talking about the people in the world now. Got to understand that. But now I have written to you not to keep company with anyone called a brother. See, so He told them not to keep company with the people of the world, to stay separated from them, be set apart. But now he's talking. Now he's starting to talk about home. He's talking about the camp of the Kadeshim, the set apart ones. Okay, somebody with anyone called a brother. If he is one who whores, if he runs around chasing women, he's a whoremongrel. Okay. Or greedy of gain, chasing money. Or an idolater, bowing down to images, worshiping idols, worshiping anything at all other than Yahuah, including marijuana, drugs, alcohol, tobacco. Or a reveler, or a drunkard, or a swindler, not even to eat with such a one. So now he's talking about brothers, man, and he's saying if you, not to even hang around with a brother if he's partaking in the world, basically. If he's doing what the people in the camp of darkness is doing, the outsiders, then you're not supposed to have anything to do with him. Okay? You're supposed to cut off your relationship with him, not listen to him, not hang out with him, not associate with him, and you're not even supposed to eat with him, to go out to lunch or anything like that with him. Okay? So it's pretty, I mean, that's pretty harsh, but it's exactly what it says. Okay? And so, you got to do what it says. Okay, so this word reviler, that I keep stumbling on here, means to regard or treat as vile. To use abusive or contemptuous language in speaking to or about. Call bad names, to use abusive language. So if they're calling people names, bad names, and abusive language and stuff, trying to hurt your feelings, I guess that's what that would be. Okay? And for what have I to do with judging outsiders? Do you not judge those who are inside? So we shouldn't have anything to do with the people in the camp of darkness. Don't even judge them. Yahuwah is going to judge them. But we have to keep track of the brothers and the people in the camp of the children of light. But Yahuwah judges those who are outside and put away the wicked one from among you. So you're supposed to take him and put him away from among the camp of the Kadeshim. You're supposed to kick him out of the brotherhood, basically, out of the assembly, because he's a spy. That's why he's not a real child of light, man. If he's doing anything at all, and then he's trying to convince you to do things that the outsiders do, that's okay for you to do them, then he's basically a spy. Okay, he's in the wrong camp. He needs to go over there to the camp of darkness if he wants to smoke marijuana, do drugs, and fornicate, and get drunk all the time, and steal money, and talk about people, and call people names, and argue and fight with brothers. That's what it says. Okay, read it yourself. It's in 1 Corinthians 5. It's pretty heavy duty stuff, man. So I'd be extremely repentant if you're telling people it's okay for them to drink and get drunk once in a while, or if look at porn or chase women or smoke weed or take drugs once in a while, as long as you're not doing it all the time. You talking to people like that, you should be thrown out of the brotherhood, man. It's not correct. That's false teaching, and you're leading the flock astray by telling them that. And by all rights, you're a spy, and you need to go into the camp of the outsiders, the camp of darkness. Wheat is of the dark side, not the light. Okay. All right, so Galatians 5:13. For you, brothers, have been called to freedom. Only do not use freedom as an occasion for the flesh, but through love serve one another. So you're supposed to use your freedom to serve one another through love, which is Yahuah, the Ruach. For the entire Torah is completed in one word. In this you shall love your neighbor as yourself. And if you bite and devour one another, beware lest you be consumed by one another. And I say, walk in the Ruach, and you shall not accomplish the lust of the flesh. So stay in the Ruach, not in the flesh. That flesh is dead. The body no longer belongs to you. It belongs to Yahuah. So treat it as Yahuah's temple, a sacred place, because he's indwelling it. He don't want you in there smoking pot while he's inside his vessel, his temple. Come on, man. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the Ruach against the flesh. And these are opposed to each other, so that you do not do what you desire to do. So you desire to smoke pot, you don't do it because the spirit in you, the Ruach, is opposed to it. He doesn't want it in his temple, so don't bring it in. But if you are led by the spirit or the Ruach, you are not under Torah. And the works of the flesh are well known, which are, this is how you know if you're you're not a child of light, or you're not walking in the spirit and truth, or you're not behaving yourself like Yahusha, walking as he walked. This is how you know, because that it's well known, which are adultery, whoring, fornication, sex with a lot of different partners. No one should see your nakedness except your spouse that you're married to. If you don't have a spouse, if you're not married, then you shouldn't be having any sex. No, I don't care if you want to call him your boyfriend, your fiance, whatever you want to call them. You shouldn't be having sex with them if you're a child of light. The people of darkness do that. Uncleanness, indecency, idolatry, drug sorcery. There you go. Drug sorcery, medication, drugs, medicine, from the pharmacy type. This is where this word comes from, sorcery. They're using sorcery. They translated it to sorcery, but it includes enhancing with drugs, potions, magic, witchcraft, sorcery, pot, drugs, alcohol, chemicals. That's how they make drugs, is with chemicals, and weed's got THC in it. We just looked at that. Hatred, quarrels, jealousies, fits of rage, selfish ambitions, dissensions, factions, envy, murderers, drunkenness, alcoholics, intoxication with alcohol, wild parties, and delight, of which I forewarn you, even as I also said before, that those who practice such as these shall not inherit the reign of Yahuah. Most wild parties and the like are done in nighttime. Okay, and people get drunk, high on marijuana, drugs, pass out, get raped, get killed, get beat up, get robbed, end up in bed with 2 or 3 different partners and don't even know what's happening to them because they're out of it, because their mind has been altered. Their body has been damaged. But the fruit of the Ruach, if he is indeed in you, you are his. If the Ruach is not in you, you are not his. You are of the world. You're Satan's. But the fruit of the Ruach is love. Love. If you love somebody, you're not going to tell them to sin. It's okay to do a little bit of pot or a little bit of dope once in a while, or drink occasionally and get a little tipsy once in a while, as long as you ain't doing it all the time. That's nonsense. That's not love. Love warns. Love warns. Okay, of what? Of the second death for disobedience and sin. Joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, trustworthiness, gentleness, self-control. And that's, if you see somebody acting like that, walking, being humble, walking in humility, meekness, calmness, self-control, means they're not doing any harm to Yahuwah's temple. Self-control. They're not smoking, they're not toking, they're not drinking, they're not popping pills, shooting dope in their arms. That's all of darkness, man. That's how Satan controls you and leads the world astray, through the system of the beast. Against such there is no Torah. There's no Torah against love, joy, patience, peace, kindness, goodness, trustworthiness, gentleness, and self-control. There's only Torah against sin and loose living and disobedience. That's all the Torah is. The Torah is a witness against you that you're a sinner, man. Stop sinning. Smoking pot is sinning because you're damaging your body parts and you're altering your mind. And those who are of Mashiach have staked the flesh with its passions and the desires. That means if you stake your body with the Mashiach and you died with the Mashiach and put the body to rest, it's died. It paid the penalty of death for its sins, and it no longer belongs to you. It's dead on account of sin. And you're alive on account of the Ruach that's in you, and he's going to bring that body back to life and change it to immortality, which is going to be your indwelling place and his permanently. He's going to give us an immortal body. But the body that we're still walking around literally on the earth right now in this carbon copy world, in this carbon body we're in, belongs to him. If you've in fact been water immersed in the name of Yahusha and have been filled with the Ruach's indwelling you, your body belongs to him. You have no right at all to do anything to his temple. No tattoos, no piercings, no drugs, no alcohol, no tobacco, no fornicating, no idolatry, no being adulteress. None of that, man. No perversion, no evil, no darkness to his body. None. If we live in the Ruach, let us also walk in the Ruach. So if we live in the Ruach, walking in spirit and truth, let us also walk in the Ruach. Walking in the spiritual realm, in the spirit, man, not the flesh. The flesh has served death. Okay, it is now even with the house and belongs to someone else who purchased it. We lost it because of sin. It belongs to Yahuwah now to do what he wants to do with it. He purchased it. What's he going to do? He's going to raise it back up and make it and change it in an immortal body, and put his new creature, which came from Yahuwah, which is us, our spirit man, in it. That's what he's going to do with it. So keep it cleaned out, keep it clean, and respect the temple of Yahuwah. which is you. Don't let nobody tell you to desecrate that temple. You're not allowed. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another or envying one another. There you go. So let's go to 1 Timothy real quick. 1 Timothy 3. No. Let's go to 1 Timothy 2. 2 Timothy 2. 14. 2 Timothy 2:14. Remind them of this, earnestly witnessing before the master, not to wage verbal battles. Don't wage verbal battles, which is useless to the overthrowing of the hearers. It's useless to the overthrowing of the people who are sitting there listening to you argue with somebody. I mean, you're getting a kick out of it, but everybody else that's listening, it's useless to them, man. Stop doing it. Do your utmost to present yourself approved to Yahuah, a worker who does not need to be ashamed, rightly handling the word of truth. Rightly handling the word of truth. But keep away from profane, empty babblings, for they go on to more wickedness. And their word shall eat its way like gangrene. Wow. Humanios and Philetos are of this sort of person, who have missed the goal concerning the truth, saying that the resurrection has already taken place and overthrown the belief of some. However, the solid foundation of Yahuah stands firm, having the seal. Yahuah knows those who are his. And let everyone who names the name of Mashiach turn away from wickedness. Smoking pot is wickedness because it's addicting, it's harmful to your body, and you're getting high. You're altering your mind. You're opening up the door to demonic possession and control. That's why they're using drugs to enchant you and to make you high and delirious and screwed up in the head that you can't think straight and tell what's right and wrong. And they can do whatever they want to you because they got you in a staggering state of being. But in a large house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and clay, some to value and some to no value. We are vessels. Yahuah's temple, we're his vessel. If then anyone cleanses himself from these things, he shall be a vessel to value. Clean yourself of these things. All these things that we've been talking about. You got to be perfect. You got to be without spot, wrinkle, without stain, man. You got to clean up and stay in the light. Clean yourself up. Anyone cleanses himself from these things, he shall be a vessel to value. You're valuable because you're Yahuah's temple. He's indwelling you. You're a possession, treasured possession. Having been set apart from the world or from the outsiders, of good use to the master, having been prepared for every good work. And flee from the lust of youth, but pursue righteousness, belief, love, peace, with those calling on the master out of a clean heart. Out of a clean heart. But refuse foolish and stupid questions, knowing that they breed quarrels. And a servant of the master should not quarrel, but be gentle towards all, able to teach, patient when wronged, in meekness, instructing those who are in opposition, lest somehow Yahuah gives them repentance to a thorough knowledge of the truth. So you don't know who he's going to choose and convert, give the knowledge of truth to. So be careful how you talk to people. And they come to their senses out of the snare of the devil. Please come to your senses out of the snare of the devil. Marijuana is sin. We are not allowed to smoke marijuana, get drunk, chase whores, and do drugs and smoke tobacco. Get over it. Please come to your senses. Come out of the snare of the devil. That's the snare of the devil, man. That gave you so much proof here. You shouldn't be doubting it at all now. Having been taken captive by him to do his desire. Having been taken captive by him, the devil, to do his desire, which is worship weed. Make weed your idol and smoke it and worship it. Make statues to it, bow down to it, run after it, chase it, love it, make songs up about it, wear jewelry that remind you of it. It's your idol. Worship weed. That's being taken captive by the devil to do his desire, man. You ain't allowed to smoke weed. That's the desire of the devil that you smoke that, because it's altering your brain, destroying your organs, your body, which belongs to Yahuah. No wonder he wants you to screw it up, because it belongs to Yahuah. He hates you, and he hates you too. Don't think he loves you, because he hates you, man. Oh. Chapter 3, 2 Timothy. But know this, that in the last days hard times shall come, for men shall be lovers of self. They're going to love their self, man. Loving masturbation, watching porn, all that, loving their self. Okay, they love their bodies, man. Lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to their parents, thankless, wrongdoers, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control. No self-control, man. You can't stay away from the weed. You got to have self-control, man. You got to shut that stuff out of your life. Shut the doors to that portal, and don't let them demons and bad people influence you. You got to control yourself. You have to have self-control. If you're not sober-minded, if you're under the influence of anything at all, there's no way you can have self-control. You're being controlled by demonic forces and principalities that surround you and evil people. Fierce, haters of good, betrayers, reckless, puffed up, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of Yahuah. Lovers of pleasures of this world, of the flesh, sex, alcohol, drugs, marijuana, all that, man. Money. Having a form of reverence, but denying its power. That means you know Yahuwah is real, but you're denying his power, so you don't fear him. You just go out and do what you want to do. Party on, dudes. It's 420 somewhere. 420 is was like a bunch of teenagers in California we're all doing this code word called 420. That means that after they got out of school at 420, everybody would light up a joint. So it caught on, and they even made a day for it now for weed. It's called 420. It's everybody assembles at 420 and smokes marijuana throughout the entire country. It's actually it's April 20th, coming up soon. Okay, everybody at 420, April 20th at 420 is going to light up a bong, a joint, and weed, and worship with Satan, worship their idol, Mary Jane. By the way, Mary Jane is a translation into English from the Spanish word marijuana. So Mara is Mary, Maria or Mary in Spanish. and marijuana is Jane, in English. So marijuana is a compound name, marijuana. In English, translated into the English language, is Mary Jane. So that's the name of their goddess. It's a female goddess they're worshiping, a fertility, similar to Easter, Estra. Anyway, and turn away from these. Turn away from these type people. They're the outsiders. For among them are those who creep into households and captivate silly women, loaded down with sins, high as a kite or drunk, high on weed or drunk on alcohol, led away by various lusts of the flesh, sexual lust, dope, alcohol, tobacco, weed, always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. So they're trying to learn, but they can never come to the knowledge of the truth, probably because they're so high all the friggin' time. As Joachim and Mamre, which was Pharaoh's magicians, his sorcerers, opposed Moses, so do these also oppose the truth. See? And now it's relating these people, these drug sorceries, enhancing with drugs, and all the stuff it just talked about, to be equal with Pharaoh's magicians, his sorcerers. Wow. So do these also oppose the truth. Men of corrupt minds, found worthless concerning the belief. Found worthless concerning the belief. But they shall not go on further, for their folly shall be obvious to all, so also that all those men became. Then it goes on down here a little bit. It says, but you did closely follow my teaching, the way of life, the purpose, the belief, the patience, the love, the endurance, the persecutions, the sufferings, which came to me at Antioch and at Lystra. What persecutions I bore, yet out of them all the Master delivered me. And indeed, all those wishing to live reverently in Mashiach Yahushua shall be persecuted. So they're going to persecute you, the outsiders. They're high on drugs all the time anyway, most of them, or worshiping idols. But evil men and imposters, spies in the camp of this light. But evil men and impostors shall go on to the worst, leading astray and being led astray. What? The apostle is going to lead the Kodeshim astray and be led astray by Satan? Wow, that's crazy, man. I mean, that's there's enlightening. It really is. Be careful for the imposters. The evil men are in the dark camp. The imposters can be in the camp of light, the children of light, leading you astray and being led astray. So watch out. Pray for discernment of the spirits, to know the spirit of truth and the spirit of the delusion, which works through the system of the beast, gets its power from Satan and his orders from Satan. But you stay in what you have learned and trusted, having known from whom you have learned, and that from a babe you have known the Kodesh writings, which are able to make you wise for deliverance through belief in Mashiach Yahushua. So from a babe, man, you've known the scriptures. So you have no excuse, really. I mean, you've been reading and you've been studying since a babe, and you know that when somebody tells you it's okay to smoke weed and take dope and drink alcohol once in a while, fornicate, all you got to do is repent. And if you make a mistake and sin, you know they're lying to you. If you're familiar with Scripture, especially since you've been studying it through a babe, even when Christians know better than that. Christians know better than that. Come on. All writing is breathed by Yahuwah and profitable for teaching, for reproof, and setting straight. See that? Setting straight. You ain't straight if you're smoking marijuana. Get straight. For teaching is uprightness. For teaching is uprightness, that the man of Yahuwah might be fitted, equipped for every good work, which is what? The Torah. Alrighty, so let's go over to Revelation. Revelations. Oh my goodness, where do we go in Revelations? Well, let's go to 21, Revelations 21, verse 6. Revelations 21, verse 6. And he said to me, it is done. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end. To the one who thirsts, not for alcohol, but for living waters, the Ruach. For one who thirsts, I shall give of the fountain of the water of life without payment. It's the Ruach of Yahushua. The one who overcomes the wiles of the devil, okay, in the camp of the darkness, the temptations, sin, all that. The one who overcomes shall inherit all this, and I shall be his Yahuwah, and he shall be my son, the son of light, because Yahuwah is light. There is no darkness at all in him, not even a speckle. But as for the cowardly and untrustworthy and abominable and murderers and those who whore and drug sorcerers, okay? Drug sorcerers, man, enchanting with drugs. Want some, brother? It's okay. You can't find him. Yahusha doesn't say we're not allowed. And idolaters, worshiping marijuana, and all the false. Their part is in the lake, which burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. There will be gnashing, weeping, and gnashing of the teeth, folks. It's a serious matter. Let's jump over to Revelations 22, verse 12. Let's jump up to verse 11. Revelations 22, verse 11. He who does wrong, let him do more wrong. He who is filthy, let him be more filthy. He who is righteous, let him be more righteous. He who is set apart, let him be more set apart. It means if you're set apart, you stay more, keep going. Get farther and farther and farther and farther away from them, the workers of darkness. If you're smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol, doing drugs, smoking tobacco, and whoring, you're in their camp. You ain't going farther and farther and farther and being more separated from them. Be more set apart. Get farther away. And see, I am coming speedily, and my reward is with me, to give to each according to his work. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are those doing his commands, so that the authority shall be theirs to the tree of life, and to enter through the gates into the city. The tree of life is Yahuwah. The new city is the bride of Yahuwah, man. It's spiritual. Yahuwah and his bride, his chosen, his elect. And they don't smoke marijuana. But outside are the dogs. The dog pound. Remember that picture I showed you? Outside are the dogs. He's in the dog pound. Ain't nowhere we want to be. Okay? And those who enchant with drugs. Outside of the city, the bride, the elect, and the camp of the Kadeshim and Yahuah are the dogs and those who enchant with drugs. Woo, I'm so high, I don't care about nothing anymore. And those who whore, you know what? It just dawned on me that people that are hooked on and addicted to marijuana, the people that sell it, they got control over their lives. They're controlling them, man. It's like a carrot they're dangling. You run out and they're dangling. You don't got no money. They're dangling that weed. And you got to have that weed. You'll beg. People do a lot of stuff to get that weed, man. They don't have any. You know, so I don't even want to get into what they'll do for it, but they will. They'll do all kinds of, even sexual sins against their body, man, for that weed, man, just to get it. They'll just go hang out with somebody and lay in bed with them if they smoke that weed with them for a few days or a weekend or something, or give them a little bit of weed. I mean, it's insane, man. So they have control over your life. So you can't have self-control when somebody else is dangling a carrot or a bud of weed in front of you, making you dance for it or do whatever they want, make you feel like crap, like you're a piece of garbage because you're begging for weed. It kills your self-esteem. No wonder people quit working when they're on that stuff, smoking it too much. Yeah, bad news all the way around. And those who enchant with drugs, and those who whore, and the murderers, and the idolaters, worshiping weed, murdering your brother because you're telling him he's allowed to smoke it, so he's smoking it, so you're murdering him because he's getting ready to get thrown into the lake of fire because he's enhancing himself with drugs. He's a drug sorcerer because he's playing around with drugs. And all who love and do falsehood. Stop telling lies. Stop living in a fantasy world. Stay away from the myths, mythology, all the lies, all the holidays. Stop telling people it's okay to sin. It's impossible. You can't not sin. You're going to sin. It's impossible. No, it's not impossible at all. Not when you stay away from the world and realize that your body is not yours. It belongs to Yahuah. It's not impossible not to sin. You just got to respect somebody else's property. You purchased the property, which is Yahuah. So you go over to somebody's house, your brother's house, or somebody you know's house, and desecrate their house, spray paint it, piss on it, tear it up, steal from it, rip the gutter off. Do you do that? The property that doesn't belong to you? No, you'll go to jail. You're going to be punished. And the same thing with your body, because it's the house of Yahuah. It's his temple. He's indwelling it. It no longer belongs to you. It belongs to him. You lost it when it died. Now it's his to do whatever he wants with. And if you go piercing it, tattooing, smoking dope, taking drugs, drinking alcohol, whoring, doing anything at all to desecrate his house, then you might find yourself being persecuted or prosecuted, I should say, by Yahuah, because he's the property owner and the judge and the jury and the prosecutor and the lawyer, and he's everything. The high priest, you name it. Everything's Yahuah. See that? So stay away from falsehood, man. I, Yahuah, have sent my messenger to witness to you these in the assemblies. I am the root and the offspring of Daud, or David, the bright and morning star. And the Ruach and the bride say, come. See, Yahuah and his bride, the tree of life in the new city. Come, And he who hears, let him say, come. And he who thirsts, come. Thirst for the living waters, the Ruach, not alcohol. And he who desires it, take the water of life without paying. The Ruach is the water of life. There you go, folks. That's the end of that. So it's up to you. Okay? You decide. Did I present a good enough case for you to agree with me that marijuana is sin? Have I convinced you that marijuana is of the devil and it is in the camp of the darkness, of the children of darkness? It comes from them. Are we going to mingle with them and do what they do? Smoke pot? Be addicted to pot, marijuana? Worship the goddess Mary Jane? Bring in a statue of her, stick it on her table, and put buds in it. When we feel like paying homage to her, we grab a bud and roll it up and kiss her. Come one with her by bringing the smoke into our lungs and letting it infiltrate our DNA through the THC that's in the drug. Are we going to become a drug sorcerer like them and expect to get into the new city after we've been enhanced or enchanted with drugs? And we've saturated our DNA and altered our DNA with drugs, THC. Come on, man. What's your decision? You have to decide. You can't ride on the fence. You can't stay lukewarm on this subject. It's either marijuana is a sin and we're going to stay away from it and be set apart, be even more set apart, stay away from everything that they do, the outsiders do. And if a brother's doing that, what they're doing, we're supposed to stop associating with him, not even eat with him, not talk to him, throw him out of the assembly, because he's a spy, he's an imposter, he's even Satan, their leader, does it. He becomes an imposter of light. Okay, he acts like an angel. He becomes an angel of light. Okay, to trick you and to beguile you. So you can expect for some of those folks to do it too. They'll be imposters, pretending like they're children of light. You know, if Satan does it, acts like an angel of light in order to lead you astray, sure they're going to. Their father does it. The sons are going to do it. The sons of darkness are going to do it too. They're going to pretend like they're children of light and they belong in your camp. They're imposters. They're spies. They're evil men that's infiltrated the camp of Yahuah, the camp of the Kodeshim, set apart ones, and are teaching them falsehood by telling them it's okay to smoke a little bit of weed. See what I'm saying? So it's up to you. You decide yourself what you think that what you should do. If this video doesn't agree with you, maybe you should head over into the camp of darkness and hang out over there then. If it does resonate with you and you're totally off of all that stuff and you're staying clean, unblemished, no spot, no wrinkle, endure the race and get more set apart. The farther we can get away from the world, the better off we are, because the closer we get to Yahuah. If you love the world, you hate Yahuah. You're an enemy of Yahuah. The children of darkness love the world because they are of the world. We are not. We are of Yahuah, which means we set ourselves apart from everything in the world. The farther we can get out of it, closer to Yahuwah we get, closer to the light we get, the more we illuminate. If you know that you choose life and you want to be a child of Yahuwah and a child of light and everlasting life, and you're struggling, you've made the choice. I want to be with them. I want to be in the camp of the Kadeshim. I want to be a child of Yahuwah, a child of light. But you're struggling because you're still going back and forth, running into the world, smoking pot, running back over, feeling bad about it, repenting, and asking people, is it okay to smoke marijuana? And a brother says, yeah. So you run back over there and you smoke it. So you find yourself going back and forth, having a hard time with that. You need to do a lot of serious praying, man. You need to pray, put on the armor of Yahuwah and pray. Spend a lot of time praying and fasting. That's what all the prophets did. You know, the examples we have in Scripture. I mean, a lot of them, they look at King David. He locked himself up for a long time and didn't eat or drink or anything and just prayed, right? And then after he got Yahuwah's decision, he stopped and came out and he's accepted what Yahuwah gave him. And that's what we got to do too. You got to accept it, Now, not everyone's a vessel, made a vessel, a treasured possession, of value. Not everyone's a vessel of value. So if it turns out that you're not, you just have to accept it. But still do the best you can, because who knows? Yahuwah just might pass by you and leave you a blessing. Just might have compassion and favor on you in the end. Remember something you said or did that touched his heart, So you never give up. The only body that can save you from the second death or the lake of fire, which is the second death, where there's going to be weeping and gnashing of the teeth, is Yahuwah. That's it. So you got to go to Yahuwah. Nobody else. No man. You take that to Yahuwah through Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay. Hopefully, a lot of praying time. Just stay in prayer. Stay connected to the Ruach, man. Pray through Yahushua to get you off of your addiction, and stay away from the children of darkness. They're the ones that have all the temptation that Satan's given them, all the power over you to dangle that carrot in front of your face or that joint in front of your face, man. They'll get you, like that song said. No matter where you're at, if you bump into them, they're going to stone you. Okay, so they're going to get you, man. So you got to stay away from them. Set yourself way apart from them. If you bump into them, if you live in a small community and it's extremely hard to stay away from them, you just gonna have to have courage. It says the cowardly will not enter, because you have to have courage to say, I don't do that anymore. I appreciate it if you don't talk to me about that or mention that around me anymore. And stay away from them. You can't hang out with them. You're not allowed to hang out with them. You got to stay away from them totally. But you got to be courageous. Okay, you can't be a wimp. You can't be a coward, because cowards will not enter into the reign of Yahuwah. So don't be agreeing with people just to get on their good side, or so because you don't want them teasing you or telling you you're an idiot or you don't know what you're talking about, make you feel bad. That rivaler that we read about, okay, they're going to come at you like that for either attention, they want attention, or they want to make you feel bad because you're doing what they really wish they could do, and that's get off of that stuff, and they can't. So they're going to treat you bad, because they're jealous, really. I mean, you're getting off of it. The pigs, the dogs, they like to be in a pack, and they don't like to see anybody get out of that miry pit. Okay, they want you to be down in that pit with them, and because misery loves company. So if you try to get out of that pit, that miry pit, and get away from them to set yourself apart to Yahuwah, you can expect for them to grab a hold of your foot or your ankle and pull you back down into that mud, into the pit and the pig pen. They don't want you to escape. They want you to go in where they're going, makes them feel better and know they're not going to be alone. Somebody else is going with them. Everybody must get stoned. See, they want you with them in that pit, man. They don't want you coming out of it. So it's going to take some effort and some courage and some strength and a whole lot of praying. And the Ruach HaKodesh in you, and you're respecting that his body, his temple, which no longer belongs to you, enough to where you refuse to desecrate it or do anything wrong or sin or do anything to that body that belongs to Yahuwah now. You get to that point, you get strength and power and you're empowered from above through the Ruach HaKodesh. Then people no longer have anything to say to you, any power that's going to bother you. You say if they come up to you, they'll probably even quit bothering you. But if they do come up and say, "Hey man, for old time's sake, you want to smoke one?" Say, "No, I don't." And just I'll pray for you, bro. I'll pray for you though, and take off. You don't even need to stay around to listen to their response. Unless they start chasing you down. If they chase you down, say, hey, I heard you've got favor with the Creator, man. Can you teach me about him? And then you got something to talk about. But other than that, you got nothing to talk to them about. Okay? So there you go, folks. You decide for yourself. That's it. I did what I said I would do. I made a video centered around marijuana, and that's my opinion of it. And I also gave you ample proof of what I was saying. Okay, and I hope and I pray for all of you that is on marijuana that you get off of it and cling to Yahuwah. Get high on Yahuwah instead of marijuana. Thank you for watching, folks. And remember to stay in love with Yahushua HaMashiach. So long, Nazarene. So long, beloved of Yahuwah.
Yahusha, living water, Baruch haba Hashem Yahuwah. Yahusha, living water, Baruch haba Hashem Yahuwah. I sing out with praise to you. Your name is beautiful to me, my King. I sing out with praise to you. My heart desires to honor you, my Yah. I sing out with praise to you, Yahusha. Living Torah, living Torah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. I sing out with praise to you. Your name is beautiful to me, my King. I sing out with praise to you. My heart desires to honor you, my Yah. I sing out with praise to you, Yahusha. Living Torah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Yahusha, living water. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Yahusha, living water. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. I sing out with praise to you. Your name is beautiful to me, my King. I sing out with praise to you. My heart desires to honor you, my Yah. I sing out with praise to you, Yahusha. Living Torah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Yahusha, living Torah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. I sing out with praise to you. Your name is beautiful to me, my King. I sing out with praise to you. My heart desires to honor you, my Yah. I sing out with praise to you, Yahusha. Living Torah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Yahusha, living water. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Yahusha, living water. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. I sing out with praise to you. Your name is beautiful to me, my King. I sing out with praise to you. My heart desires to honor you, my Yah. I sing out with